I love a parade. Nothing to say, Miles? I guess not.
Uh,
I guess not. We'll just proceed.
okay.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Static Show. This is Bob.
Brother has a date to keep. He can't hang around. Hey, everyone. This is Miles. Welcome to Static Radio.
A house
Uh,
in the middle of a street. Are you
must be
Suggs tonight? Is that what you're trying to say?
Welcome to the house of
Of
fun.
fun. Do. Are you being Suggs?
Yeah, I uploaded something on TikTok and I used House of Fun
Oh, did you really? Okay.
because I found a picture of a favorite video or a pinball machine game.
Oh, Fun House.
Fun House, and I use it as the music. I go, is this
You
not
have
the
a hot
best
dog.
pinball game ever? And
Well, it certainly was a good pinball game. That's for
I
sure.
enjoyed it. But,
It was fun. Yeah. It was
yeah,
one of the better ones.
yeah.
So, did you actually play it, or you just found a video of someone else playing it?
No, it was just a still.
Oh, just a still. Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
How interesting.
yeah. So I got that going,
You got that going on. So you're
which
doing
is
good.
nice.
You're doing good.
Excuse me.
So you want to clue everybody into your black light experiments, or
I can sort of, I suppose. If you want me to start off, I guess I can.
Miles was going on and on about this whole black light thing he had, and
All right. This is a long story, so I hope you have a
basically his
hotline.
clothes looked like he'd been painting, but apparently not with paint. If you know what I'm
Okay, it
saying.
ain't like that. Ain't like that. Ain't like that. Okay. All right. So, we were watching the YouTube channel last night.
Which one? There's more than
It's
one,
ca-
you know.
I don't know. It's called the YouTube channel. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what it's called. YouTube. I don't know. Who knows?
All right. I have no clue what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Apparently you don't. Apparently you don't. Okay.
You're so much more in the know than I
Stupid
am.
jerk.
So
God damn it. And my wife was like, I read this thing. Go look this up. I'm like, okay, what is it? What? She's like, look up this thing called Uper lights.
Oh yeah, like the spook lights.
Well, that's what I thought. Like, oh, the Northern Lights. She goes, no. Just watch this.
No, they're like spook lights. They're like mystery lights, right?
No. It has nothing to do with
Oh,
that at all.
okay.
It's in the rocks. Like if you go to a beach up on like Lake Superior, you might find these things. Like if you glow them, it almost looks like red lava in them or something.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, what?
And they're called the Uper lights?
Yeah.
Like YOOPER?
Yeah, like the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Right. Yeah. I got you.
And so I was interested. I was very interested in this.
Mm-hmm.
And which is weird because like these, there's like these 10-minute videos, and not one but two couples have made videos on this, and they are so engaged with finding rocks, like beyond excited. I'm like, my God, the joy that these two have. Jesus.
Oh, you were jealous of their
Yes, their joy.
hobbying, yeah.
I'm like, wow, I've never seen like a husband and wife have a hobby where they were just both like,
Rocky's glowing, look.
So
yeah, yours is
anyway,
more it puts the lotion in the basket kind of a
yeah, that's my excitement. And my wife reminds me, she goes, oh, too bad we don't have a black light. She goes, because we got a bunch of these rocks once upon a time for like a craft project that never kind of came to be, but and well, yeah, my son's wedding. All right, yeah. Okay, don't interrupt. All right,
You're
and,
ruining a good story with the son's wedding statement.
and well, my son's wedding a craft project. It's all the same to me.
Well, you know,
I mean, it's all the same.
as
It's
children, they'll just be like experiments in a petri dish.
Don't judge me, okay? Only God can judge me. So
well, we had this little petri dish experiment turned into a grandchild.
Yeah, the thing. Yeah. And she goes, "Oh, there's a big bag of them in the back room." And I'm like, "Oh." She goes, "Yeah, people have a black bag."
That's the bag of worms, honey.
Yeah, no, it wasn't the bag of worms, you jerk, you freaking jerk. And so anywho, I'm like, wait, I have a little pen light, like black light.
Right. Oh, okay.
And,
a pen light, even. Okay.
From a previous purchase I had made, which has to do with the automobile industry.
Yeah. I thought you kept it as part of your employment.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And so we get them out, and she goes, "Oh, this probably won't work because these things have been like in this dark bag, and they've been in the closet, and they're not gonna, they got to be exposed to sunlight and this and that." She goes, "This probably isn't gonna work," and it didn't work. I'm like, "Oh, I'm like really disappointed because I want to experience the pure joy of Michigan that these like weirdos on TV,
Yeah.
So
no,
I'm like, wait a minute. I go, I tried to make kind of like this half Polish, like fish pond over the summer that didn't quite turn out very well. But I used a lot of those. She goes, "What?" I'm like, I mean, well, funny story, honey.
Here on the fish pond or the koi pond that I made.
Right.
With Mr. Miyagi, we made a koi pond out back, and
yeah.
Unfortunately, due to over harvesting, we don't have any koi left.
Yeah. Well, that's another whole story right there. I don't want to get into what happened to the koi. That's a story for another night.
Okay.
So I'm excited. I'm like, I'm going to go outside and grab some of these rocks. And surely they've been outside. They've got sunshine. They, fit the criteria. I will rush outside as fast as I can.
Don't have any of that UP magic, but yeah.
Yeah, right. So I will rush outside in pure darkness and run over to where my garden was and get a handful of these and bring them back, right? I go, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Pitch dark outside. I go outside, forgetting that I'd half-assed picked up my yard over the weekend.
There's a bunch of shoes and a rake.
Yeah. Well, I had left this huge garden hose out.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And suddenly old Uncle Miles, does a face plant.
Oh, he took a tumble. Oh,
yeah, again, tumble number 2 for old Uncle Miles.
Did you have to scream for help, or?
I was too fast for that. Yeah. Well, luckily this was on the grass. This wasn't on the blacktop this time, like I did last time, where I kind of fell backwards. This one I fell forwards. I did, pulled, like a Bob Lament, fell forwards, landed on my knee. Like,
oh, my leg. Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. Oh, down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Down goes, it's more like, it's more like buck number 1.
So I hobble over, I get a couple, I bring them back, and they didn't work. And I'm like,
oh, man.
I hurt myself, man. I hurt myself, man.
Freaking rocks are trying to kill me.
God damn it, rocks.
I should have stuck with my bag of worms instead of going for this bag of rocks.
Yeah, right. So, anywho, that's weird, man.
So, was this couple younger than you, I'm guessing?
Yes. There was actually 2 different couples with different videos, but the first couple,
if I could just get one of these rocks to light up, I can get laid.
Well, that's the funny part. They're like, well, the weather's pretty bad, so we either can go out in this horrible weather or we could go back to the hotel room and watch a movie.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I think the wife has one thing in mind and the guy has another thing in mind.
And that's another channel. It's not called the YouTube channel.
And that's when we flip over to the other side. Yeah.
That's
no, but like the second
amateur hour.
What? Oh my God, the second couple, I'm telling you, my God, I'll have to find this and record some of this because you will not believe.
I won't believe it. It would be nice if we had any clue as to what you were watching, but yes.
Well, I didn't prep myself, okay?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Obviously.
This is not actually a story I was going to go with, but you seem so, interested in our
I was just when you were playing with this black light and you're like, look, there's something on my pants. Hey, look, there's something on my hand. Hey, look, there's something on the cat's butt.
I mean, there was something glowing on my fingers. I'm not going to lie. I don't know what this is.
I mean, it seemed to be like we could have been doing a Dateline story, for Christ's sake, with all the things you found with that black light.
I know, Chris Hansen, man, jeez.
Yeah, it'd be like,
So,
and it led to the door of one Miles Title. Mr. Title, where were you tonight? Casey's bathroom seems to have had some kind of explosion of DNA.
Can you describe the DNA, please?
There was somebody over by the hot dog roller that seemed to be playing with his own hot dog.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting.
So that's what I get for trying to copy people on TV.
Yeah, exactly. You get tripped up by your own
garden hose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was just so trying to capture their joy and excitement, with life. I'm like, my God.
I gotta find these glowing rocks. You think maybe it has to do with, like, are they on a lake somewhere normally, or?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
Where did you get yours from? I guess
on a lake.
Yeah, well, there you go. Maybe there's something to the lake. Maybe it's some kind of algae or something. And then being cooped up in your garage with all the dog shit shoes for the last 10 years didn't help it any.
I got mine off of Whitefish Point, smartass, so you can go suck it. It's for a craft / wedding, okay? So
yeah, okay. Crafty wedding happened.
Well, whatever. I don't know. It was a wedding.
It was something. I don't exactly recall the event.
I mean, I recall it, yes, but I mean, it's not,
Come on, baby. I think you did the twist.
Yeah, I was doing the twist. Yeah, in my ill-fitting tuxedo. Yeah.
Yeah, and your what looked like some kind of kilt or something you were wearing because your pants. Your pants were like barely clinging because it was like trying to wrap a freaking medicine ball.
Yeah, pretty much. That was me.
Yeah. Oh my God. So failed rock failure.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Well, maybe you need to go up north because I know you do that from time to time.
Yeah.
And catch them, be on the actual, area that other people were at,
It's weird.
Rather than struggling through your backyard mess.
No, it was weird in the video. Like, so it's pitch dark out there, like looking for this stuff. They got their own UV flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
And in the midst of this, they're like, oh my God, we just found someone's equipment here.
What kind of equipment?
It's like someone had left like UV lights like all over the beach. Okay. And stuff. Like, what the hell happened to those people? Like, wait a minute.
You ever watch Outlander? They touched the stones and they got whisked away to another time.
I thought it was more like The Hills Have Eyes or something. I'm like,
well, yeah. Okay, no problem.
I could
see where that would happen too, given the location.
Yeah. Ed Gein, got him.
Ed Gein, got him. What are you, a
dancing around
size 12?
he's dancing around their skin suits or something.
That's right, exactly.
Ugh.
Well, that sounds all very fascinating. Whenever you actually get to go
Yeah.
up there, then I think you might have a better chance at finding your little light rocks.
Yeah.
Turn on your light rocks.
Let them
shine wherever you go. Except in Miles' backyard, because it's treacherous, man.
My own booby trap. I get caught in my own booby trap.
All the light rocks turned them. They were lighting up as you tripped, and then they're like, "Holy shit, this guy's gonna crush us!"
It was the impact tremor that scared him away.
That's right. That's right.
What's
These
that?
light rocks only work in non-active fault lines.
Dr. Grant, what was that? That was an impact tremor, Ellie.
If there's any seismic activity, these light rocks will not light.
Yeah, 300-pound guy goes down.
Rocks. I'm looking for some light rocks.
Yeah, no, I'm glad there was no dog stuff out there where I landed.
Well, luckily you had moving the hose around. You had moved that out of the way. So,
like, the one thing I didn't pick up was this freaking hose, and I was just like, damn it, I forgot it was out there. Yeah,
tripped me up. Well, you kind of shuffle when you walk, so.
I know. I'm just going to stay inside the house.
You walk a little bit like a penguin, so
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I don't have anything as interesting as light rocks to talk about.
Yeah, you don't.
No, I don't.
You don't.
But I met a couple of your fans recently.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Danville, Illinois, of all places. You ever heard of Danville? Anybody?
It's a shithole, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's a shithole, but it's not. I thought
it was like one of the 10 worst Illinois cities to be in, or something.
Oh, probably. Yeah, probably.
No offense to anyone. I'm just saying. Okay. It was on YouTube. Okay, so
yeah, it was. I was watching it. This couple were there, and they're like, "This has got to be one of the 10 worst places."
I'm just. Hey, I'm not. I didn't make this up.
Outside.
Okay,
Let's just go back to the hotel.
Let's go back to the hotel and watch. Mr. Magoo.
Well, Danville is home to not only Jerry Van Dyke,
Dick Van Dyke,
and Dick Van Dyke, but also Gene Hackman.
Did I know that? Yeah, I guess I did.
You do now.
Yeah, I like all those guys.
I was just there for one night, and I was being a pest to my wife who had to go there, so I went with. And so we go to check in, and it's like, we walk into this what I would say was a fairly nice hotel. I mean, it wasn't like the Motel 6 or anything. This was nicer than that.
Yeah.
And there's this lady behind the counter who we walk in, hey, we're here to check in. And then she turns around and it's like, holy schmoly.
Caroline, go to the light, Caroline.
No. Let's just say Toothless Tracy got a new gig at the hotel after stripping for several years.
All right.
You and Dan the Weatherman went to a strip club down in Carbondale many years ago.
Allegedly.
When you stopped by afterwards and would tell me about it, and you called one of the ladies Toothless Tracy, so that's why I picked up on that.
You did, and you did.
And so she's like, she's basically looks like she walked in off the street, threw on one of them knit shirts that has a logo on it. It was it looked like you were her tailor or something. It was so ill-fitting.
Yeah. That's
You're
funny.
like, honey, it looks good. There's only a
Mhm.
little belly showing. You want to keep them thinking, you know.
I got a
And
semi. Yeah.
yeah, and she had you know, a very unfortunate dental plan because it didn't take care of anything apparently.
Yeah.
And so but she was very nice. She was a very sweet lady. I don't want to disparage her too much, but boy, the first impression was like it was like, is this place being held up or something? Because you do not look like a hotel clerk.
Uh-huh.
But she was very sweet and very nice. And the
Oh,
wild thing about Danville is that it is literally on the Indiana border, right?
yes, that's correct.
And so they had two clocks, and she goes, and she was very helpful in the sense she points out the two clocks, one, because they're an hour different because of the different time zones. So if you're over in Indiana, you're in Eastern time, and if you're in Illinois, you're in Central time. And she goes, don't be alarmed if your cell phone switches times depending on where you're at in the building, which I thought was
What?
that was weird, isn't it? That's weird.
That is weird. All right, I'm sold right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a fun house with a time change going on. And so I'm like, really? I mean, I just
Yeah.
thought, we're that close? And yeah, we were. We were that close to the border. And I went.
Honey, I took a crap and gained an hour.
That's
Really?
right. Look at that. It
Uh-huh.
took me more than an hour to take a crap.
I took a
The
piss and went back in time.
But it did. So like I put my phone over on the desk.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the night, I don't know, something we were by a railroad. It was like a very noisy, but anyway, I get up and I look at my phone and it tells me it's like 4:30, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I bring it over by me at the bed and fall back asleep. And then it's of course an hour earlier because it just
Yeah.
keeps switching. So that was weird. But that wasn't the oddest thing that happened.
Yeah.
So then we spent the night, and it was all fine and dandy. And then I go down in the morning to check out, and you won't believe who I saw
Who did you see checking out?
at the desk, front desk.
Who was it?
Clint Howard.
What?
Well, the manager of the place looked exactly like Clint Howard.
Did you see my wife last night?
Yeah, I was like, I was standing at the counter waiting because I wanted to get a receipt, and this guy comes from around the back again with like the same ill-fitting pullover, and it looks like Clint Howard. I swear to God, he had bald headed with scraggly teeth and really short, and I was like, this is the most bizarre place. And then I had to wait because what happened was my wife took off and had to do something, and so then I had to check out and wait for her to come get me. And so I went and sat in the breakfast room, but they had put all the chairs up except for like one. And so here I am sitting on this one lone chair, watching The Price is Right. And the maids come in, they're like, oh, sorry, we're doing a deep cleaning. But that wasn't even the weird thing. They're actually very nice. And I was only there for maybe 15, 20 minutes. But the weird thing was they had this shelf and they had like 8 holy Bibles on it.
Wow.
Yeah. In the breakfast room.
That's a lot of.
I was like, some people do a lot of Bible reading in the morning here or something. It was just the most interesting. I took a picture of it, so I may use that as the show art. But I'm like, you don't see 8 Bibles in a row out in public too much. So
not in like an eating place.
No, not in the breakfast nook. So anyway, we had a really interesting night in Danville. with time changes and all kinds of weirdness.
Yeah, yeah. No, you
Mm.
convinced me. That is weird.
So if you want to go now, the other one of the other strangest things was so I'm like, well, we're going to this hotel, and she's like, well, you go to the second. There literally must have been 10 hotels at this one exit. I mean, every variety you can think of.
Hmm.
10 hotels, and there was one restaurant.
Yeah.
Is that bizarre?
No, because there's probably one guy owns all those hotels, probably.
No, but there wasn't even a McDonald's or anything. It was literally there was this generic restaurant called Sunrise
Yeah,
and 10 hotels with no other, nothing else close by.
because one dude owns it, man. Figure
You
it out.
think so? Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you know more than me. You're much more of a business person than I am. So
I know business. I know business.
I know you are friends with many business owners. So
I have some ins. Yes.
yeah, you got people. But yeah, I thought that was so bizarre. I'm like, you think they'd have like a McDonald's or something close by? For Christ's sake, you got 10 freaking hotels here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, it's just it was just kind of a weird place. So I don't
And
know if I could recommend you going to Danville, but if you're driving by, it's probably worth a gander.